Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, welcome back to the Tales of Hope podcast, your first episode of the Tales of Hope podcast in the year 2019. I am your host, Nick McNamara. If you do not know who I am a custodian at Hope, as well as an alumni. I graduated in 2017, so not too far removed. Feels like I've spent my entire life at Hope, even though it's only been about maybe 6 years total of my life has been there. Anyways, I am so glad to be back talking with you guys. It was a nice holiday, but I missed you guys. So, I know I posted on social media. I tried to as much as I could. And if you hear noises, I apologize. My rabbit is sitting next to me in her cage, looking as adorable as ever. So, anyways, I tried posting on social media as much as possible over the holidays. And if you do not see that, that might be because you did not follow us on social media. If that's the case, pause this after I tell you what the social media is, go follow it, and then come back so you know when everything goes up. You can find us on Facebook, just search Tales of Hope Podcast, Instagram and Twitter at Tales of Hope Pod, all lowercase, no underscores, nothing, all one word. What else was there? YouTube, search Tales of Hope Podcast, you'll find us, and anchor.fm/Tales of Hope, or just go to anchor.fm or the Anchor app and search for Tales of Hope. Also, if you guys follow the social media, you know that I just got started with a second podcast, a sports one called Busted Sports. If you can do me a favor, go check that out. You can find it Facebook, Busted Sports Podcast, Instagram, at Busted Sports, and anchor.fm/Busted Sports. That would be greatly appreciated. Hopefully going to be getting my first full-length episode out on that within the next week or so. But very excited to be back with you guys for this show, and we're going to be doing something a little different to start off the new year. Don't have an interview this week. Don't have a building history. Instead, I want to talk about some of the downtown businesses that are, I'd say, very supportive, almost crucial to Hope College, because, you know, if you've been to downtown Holland, you know you're just right off of Hope's campus. So it's basically Hope campus. You can walk through just about any downtown business, the restaurants, the stores, wherever, and you'll find students, faculty, staff, alumni. You'll find somebody from Hope in that business. Like, they just play a huge role in Hope College. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants, which for a college kid, maybe you don't have the dorm food. You go downtown, you can find something good to eat there. You know, there's plenty of different restaurants too. If you're interested in, if you're a big reader, for example, there's a bookstore. If you're an artist, there's an art supply store. There's actually also an artist studio where she sells some of her work. There's clothing stores, there's an outdoors store, there's everything is downtown. So it's a huge part of the community as well, because these, owners, the employees, they support Hope College in many different ways. And so I felt like we needed to do an episode on them, just to kind of give you an idea of what some of the businesses are like. I haven't been in all of them. This is just going to be a few of them, and I handpicked these ones. There are 5 that I'm going to cover, because these are the businesses that are currently supporting our podcast on Instagram. So I wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out. I've been to almost all of these and thanked their social media person, talked with them a little bit. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there might be something coming soon regarding these businesses. So keep your eyes out. Check social media often, because when it does happen, I will post about it. And who knows, I might even release a little mini episode with them. But anyways, so a lot of these businesses offer discounts for students with their IDs. There used to be a Hope list. I know you could find it on Hope's website somewhere. I tried looking, I couldn't find it anywhere. But it gave a list of, like, these places offer this discount with your ID. So, like, I know Subs and More, for example, they do a meal deal for students. I believe they still do that. You show them your ID and you get, your sub, chips, and a drink for, I don't remember what the price is. But so, stuff like that. I wish I knew more. I know one discount for student, and it's actually students, faculty, and staff, which I will cover in one of these businesses. But for now, I am going to start at the top of my list, work my way down. This is not going to be a long episode, maybe 30 minutes or so, but I just want to give a brief description of these businesses and what they provide, and kind of just, talk a little bit about them, just so you can get an idea of who they are, their clientele. Maybe this is a place you do or don't feel like you need to go to, but I recommend, even if you don't feel like you need to go to it, go check it out anyways. You never know. So, without further ado, the first business on our list is Glicks. They have 2 locations downtown. There is Glicks Boutique, which is their women's store, is near Seasoned Home, Thomas A. Davis jeweler. So that one is, if you guys know where, I almost call them JP's because that's what I know them as, but it's now Ferris Coffee Company. That part of 8th Street, what is that, 8th and College. It's like if you took College up to 8th, turn left on that, just go down a little ways on that side of the street, you'll find Glicks Boutique, that is. And then if you go down further on the opposite side of the road, past, what is that? That is Central, I believe. So that's 8th and Central, right there on the corner, or just past the corner, I should say. It's next door to Peach Wave, is Glicks Men's Store. So you can go into, if you're a woman, going to the boutique. Men, they've got a nice little store for us. I don't want to sit here and say it's upscale or like super pricey, but it's the not really. I don't know how to properly word this without angering people or whatever, but basically it's like the in fashion is what you could say. Not exactly my style of, a t-shirt and jeans or t-shirt and shorts. A little fancier, I guess. Not really, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. That's Glicks. They kind of catered more towards, the cuter, quote-unquote, clothing. So, this little quip that I have about them, a lot of these, almost all but one, I've pulled from the Downtown Holland website. So this is what the Downtown Holland site has to say about Glicks, and it only gave one little quip for both stores. So, from the site, it says, over 116 years ago, the first Glicks store opened its doors in St. Louis, Missouri. Headquartered in Granite City, Illinois, the family-owned business has since expanded drastically and continues to grow. The company has grown to over 60 stores in Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Iowa, South Dakota, and Minnesota. As the 4th generation of Glicks has taken over, they continue to believe that there is no real secret to the Glicks' success, other than a belief in honesty, integrity, hard work, and excellent customer service. Today, the company continues to thrive, delivering fast fashion and great service to customers everywhere. Like I said, not exactly my style. If you go in there and see, you'll understand what I mean when I say it's not exactly for the t-shirt and jeans type of person like me. However, it seems like a really good store. I don't hear people complain about service in there. I don't hear people complain about it, period. So, check them out. Again, the women's store is near um, Seasoned Home, Thomas A. Davis Jeweler. Men's store is further down next to Peach Wave. Give them a look and check them out, They support the show, so of course, I would like to say thank you to them. And, hopefully this episode and, the social media posts about it help you guys get a little more traffic in your store, a little more sales, a little more Hope College clientele. Because even though you're downtown, I know one of these stores that I talked to, they said they didn't really have many Hope clients coming in. And so if I can drive a few more to you, awesome. I'd be happy to help. So that was Glicks. This next one is Reader's World. I really like this place. It's your small town bookstore. Don't expect Barnes and Noble. It's, like I'm saying, it's very small. It's a family-owned store. Has a nice selection of books, magazines, newspapers. I think there's some graphic novels in there even. It's on the corner of 8th and River, across from Home and Company. Is that the correct name? I believe so. Big clock tower on the store that's right across the street from it. You'll know what I'm talking about. Down by the apothecary and windmill restaurant and all that. So they are, like I said, small family-owned bookstore. Downtown Holland site just says Holland's favorite independent bookstore with an intelligent selection of books and thousands of magazines, celebrating over 40 years in downtown Holland. So they've been around for a while. They've found a formula that works for them, and I'm not quite sure what their Hope clientele is. It's further down from campus. So on a cold day like today, or maybe on a rainy or snowy day, not going to be the most visited place, especially by the Hope students, like I'm saying. Unless you live downtown, then in which case go check it out. But if you have the chance, please go check these guys out. They are great customer service, and like I'm saying, it's a small store. You're not going to feel overwhelmed. You've got everything broken up into neat categories, just very well run. And yeah, I would really appreciate it if you check them out. I don't know if you all notice, like if you follow on social media, especially on Instagram, if you look at like the people who are liking the posts that I'm making, Reader's World has liked just about every post that I've made for like the past 10 posts or so. Like, they've been huge supporters of the show. I've had conversations with them on Instagram, just thanking them, and especially they were very happy about this episode choice. So please, for me and for the show, go check them out, go support them. It would mean a lot to me, I know that much. That is Reader's World. The next it's called Friss Downtown. That's F-R-I-S Downtown. It is next to the amazingly delicious Windmill Restaurant. Again, it's near 8th and River, so down near where Reader's World is. And this is, I mentioned, I was talking about some of the stores, like the types of stores downtown. This is the art supply store that I mentioned. But they also do framing for your artwork. So, say you walk in there with a nice canvas artwork and you need it framed. They have many different frames that they can show you, and they'll frame it for you, get it all taken care of. So that's really cool. They also sell gifts, really cool little gifts for your house as well. They also, some of them I'm going to talk about later, they sell the merchandise with the artwork from Carolyn Stitch. She's a local Holland artist, and so they're one of the sellers of her things. So you'll see that Very, very well-known style. Very noticeable, I should say, style. Bright colors, random colors. You'll see, red strokes and then blue strokes and then green strokes. Like, the colors are bright, they're vibrant, and they're all over the place, but it makes it look so cool. So if you've seen her artwork before, if you've lived in Holland. So, but that's going to be talked about more when we get to her. But anyways, yes, Friss sells her stuff. Something cool that I learned from their social media guy. Students, not just students, Hope, or high school, but also, I know at least for Hope, us faculty and staff members, we show our IDs. If I recall correctly, and if, I'm not going to name your name because I don't know if you want your name out there, but to the social media man himself, if I said this wrong, please correct it in the comments. You show your ID, you get a 25% discount. That is amazing. Most places would offer like a 10 or 15. I know I get a 15% discount on the bookstore, like the Hope bookstore. So 25%, that's amazing. Take advantage of that. They have some really cool things. All the art supplies, like I'm saying, paint, markers, everything. I'm not real artsy, so I would not put the store to good use. It would be a waste putting the stuff in my hands. But go check them out. Just go down there, look, see what they've got. They also have some really cool little metal sculptures. I guess you could say sculptures, models, whatever, but that you can make, and you don't need any tools. You just bend the stuff. It's got little tabs that fit into place and all of that, and when you hopefully if you can get through it, it looks amazing. So yeah, that is Friss. Oh, the downtown Holland site says this. Friss Downtown features art supplies for the beginner to professional, framing and matting, printing and copying, as well as a large selection of gifts and souvenirs. Now I can say, that is Friss Downtown. Give them go check them out. Again, very small store. Maybe around the same size as Reader's World. So it's very small. But very friendly workers. Just a really cool place to go walk through and check out. You never know, you might walk out with something. I admittedly have a few times myself. This next one is one of the coolest stores downtown because it's the Bridge, or the Bridge Fair Trade, I believe might be their full name. It is between GNC and the Waverly Stone Gastropub, which, if you've been around Holland for a while, you know that as 8th Street Grill. They just recently changed their name. Like I said, the Bridge is the only fair trade, or I just said it now, the only fair trade store in Holland. What that means, this is from the World Fair Trade Organization website. Fair trade is a trading partnership based on dialogue, transparency, and respect that seeks greater equity in international trade. It contributes to sustainable development by offering better trading conditions to and securing the rights of marginalized producers and workers, especially in the South. And also everything I'm about to read is from the World Fair Trade Organization website. Fair trade is more than just trading. It provides that greater justice. It proves, that greater justice in world trade is possible. It highlights the need for change in the rules and practice of conventional trade, and shows how a successful business can also put people first. And it is tangible contribution to the fight against poverty, climate change, and economic crisis. So basically, it's bought direct from the artist. It's not, there's no middleman saying, sell it to me, I will sell it to the store. It's, hey, we like this, we will pay you this much money because we believe that's what it's worth, and then in turn, they turn around, sell it for a fair price for us consumers while also making a profit for themselves. So it's really cool. Their items in store are just very amazing and just beautiful. They're from all different parts of the world. And this was actually, this next little bit, didn't get it from the Downtown Holland website. I've been in contact actually with the employee who runs the social media for the bridge. I will, again, just like with Friss, I will keep their name private unless they want me to say it later on, but they sent me this little quip and kind of talks about just some of the places where the bridge gets their goods from. The bridge, located at 18 West 8th Street, is Holland's only fair trade store featuring handmade jewelry, scarves, baskets, stone sculptures, and other unique handmade gifts and products from 35 developing countries such as Thailand, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, South Africa, and Ecuador. At the Bridge and Outreach of Western Theological Seminary, we believe in a global economy that is sustainable and fair to everyone involved. This means providing well-made, quality products for our customers and a fair, livable income for our artisans. So, again, like I was saying, fair prices that they're, paying to the artists, fair prices that they're giving us, consumers. It's a win-win for everybody involved. I fully support the people at the bridge. This is a great mission. Fair prices just help everybody in the end. So please, go check them out. Even if you're not, even if you don't buy anything, just walk through the store, look at everything. I know when I talked with the employee who runs the social media, they told me that they actually, would love to get their name out there because they don't have many Hope clientele. It's, the way they described it, it's a little on the older side. They don't really have many of, my generation walking through there. So please, 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 go check them out. I know they would greatly appreciate it. And the last store that I will cover, like I mentioned earlier, is Carolyn Stitch Studio. So this is Carolyn's store, but also her art studio is in there. It's in the north end of Claremont Court, which actually, if you go straight out the front door of the bridge and look a little to your left across the street, you'll see Claremont Court. Go in those doors, straight back to the left, that's Carolyn Stitch Studio. She was originally, or before this, she was on College Avenue, going down towards what was JP's, just past the tattoo and piercing shop. She used to be there, just recently moved to Claremont Court. Just really cool place. She is awesome. It's not going to be surprising if you see her working in there. She'll greet you. She's an amazing person. Anyways, all the artwork that you see in the store, that is everything that she's made. It's all original. She sells reproduction prints, gift cards with her artwork, mugs with her artwork. I read on the website there's pillows with her artwork. There's just everything in there is her artwork. Like I was saying before with Friss, and I was describing her artwork, it's very colorful, very vibrant, and the prints have these amazing little witty sayings. Couple things that I've bought from there with these sayings. Let's see, this was back in 2014, 2015. It might have been 2015. I was walking with my friend Aaron. We were going to JP's. And again, this was back when Carolyn's studio store was in its old spot on College. We were walking past, and her and Erin and I were looking in the windows, and she's a huge otter person. She loves otters. And there's a print that Carolyn made of an otter. It was a painting of an otter with all the beautiful colors that she uses, and it says, "I love you like no otter." And Erin points at it, looks at me, and was like, "Just saying." Because her birthday was in a few months. Actually, it would have been in just a couple months. It was been about this time that year. So I ended up buying that for her birthday. And another one that I found, which this was just a couple years ago. This one was for my mom. She's a huge, she loves Noah's Ark. Everything Noah's Ark, there's a safe bet that it's going to get bought and put in our place. So I was walking through there I'm pretty sure this was again with Erin, and there was a print that says, or it's Noah's Ark, and it's the animals kind of, looking out over the water, and it says, "We're looking for a captain. Does anybody know a guy?" Like, I know they're kind of cheesy little puns, but it's just, it's funny, and then it's just awesome that it's incorporated into the artwork like that. It gives it its own personality. And so this whole store is just awesome. She also does commissioned artwork for homes and businesses, which is really cool of her. I know she's provided some stuff for Hope, but her artwork, is just really cool. So give her, go in there, give her some business. Be really cool. You will love it. And support not just, these 5 businesses I talked about, but all businesses downtown and in Holland in general. Support your small local businesses. Sometimes, when you're looking for that one gift, you're going to find it there and not at Walmart or on Amazon or anywhere else online. Give them, a look and just see how awesome they are. So that was this episode. I know, again, with my solo episodes, little ranty, little rambly. I apologize. I have an interview lined up on Monday. So that's Monday the 14th. Yes. That will be with a student. Someone who reached out to me, found the ad that I placed on the Hope College Marketplace site. And I'm really looking forward to that. Something awesome might come of this. So stay tuned. Might have a big announcement coming out of this one. But that was the show. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on like usual. Again, you know where to find us on social media. Facebook, Tales of Hope Podcast. Instagram and Twitter at Tales of Hope Pod. All one word. All lowercase. YouTube, you can find us, Tales of Hope Podcast. Anchor.fm/Tales of Hope. Or search Tales of Hope on Anchor website and the app. Through them, you can find us wherever you can find podcasts. Also, keep forgetting to say, email the show if you want to come on, if you have criticism, if you want to tear the show apart, if you want to give me awesome review, whatever you want to do. That is storiesofhopepod@gmail.com. Again, storiesofhopepod@gmail.com. So, I will see you guys next week. And remember, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you come from. You can be a ranty, ravey custodian like myself. You can be a student. You can be a chaplain. You can be a coach. Doesn't matter. You have a tale to tell. The world deserves to hear your tale. And here at the Tales of Hope podcast, that is exactly what we do. So I will see you guys.